Woo! Woo! I am a ghost! Woo! My forehead is so large now. I'm not even liking this at all. Welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit more informative, as much as my stupid self can inform humans. And it's going to be about renting. Yes, the up-and-coming fad of the forever century, renting a living situation. There are different types of rentals, be it apartment living, renting a room in a house, renting an entire house, renting a condo, renting a trailer, renting a mom's basement, renting a box. There are different types of rental situations, and this video will briefly go into different ways of searching for rentals. And future videos will talk about the differences in these rental situations. We'll talk about some tips and tricks on how to rent, and we'll go from there. But as for now, let us check out some popular renting websites used by yours truly. You see, they say it's not polite to point, but if I point at myself, am I being impolite to myself? So I'm going to go back to being a ghost now, simply because you don't need to see this beautiful mug when we're going through this. So the first site I have lined up is Rentcom. It's a site that I've used a lot recently. It's a pretty easy thing. You just go ahead, type in the city, zip code, state you want to go to, and they'll give you lots of rentals. They'll also pop up a map so that you can zoom in and out or change the area in which you want to actually rent. This blue area you see down here is the area I searched, whereas they still provide outlying rentals for me. You could also filter this out based on your price range, whatever you want to pay the least amount of and the maximum price. You could filter out based on if you want a studio or a 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more bed, baths, if you want pets, if you want certain amenities, and what property type, again, be it apartment, townhouse, condo, or house. And then when you do all of that, they'll give you rentals based on your specified choices. Apartmentcom is another good one to use. Roughly does the same thing, except in this particular one, it's more of a search engine in which you can search your stuff, but you could also just you could search just apartments or just condos or just homes or just townhomes, and you go from there. The thing I do like about this site, which I think is still in beta because it doesn't work all the way, all the time, is that what you can do is do a polygon search, which you draw your own area. You don't have to rely on zip codes and cities. Like, you could just draw whatever you want and be like, I want to live anywhere in whatever shape that is. And I think that's a pretty neat little feature. Another perk about Apartmentcom is it does give you the option of just going straight into looking for rentals in a certain city based on amenities or pools and all that stuff. You can also do a commute search, which is the feature I also think is in beta, where you can choose the place, or I guess the actual address, say it doesn't have what I'm looking for, so forget you too, but I'll just choose the Starbucks. And you can choose how much time, up to 60 minutes, or the time of day you're going to be going there, and it will give you rough estimates of rentals that might exist within that area of time frame for you. So that's actually a pretty cool feature. So this is a really good site for those of you who might be not driving anywhere but might be taking the bus or the metro or the subway or whatever your particular city or state provides. Like, I know that in Pennsylvania they still have trolleys. Lord help them. But it helps out with the whole commuter situation. Up is apartmentguide.com. They are a lot of ones that just say apartments. This one allows you to choose everything straight from the get-go as opposed to filtering it out later. Again, choose your baths, choose your distance for whatever purpose. Oh, a distance of the area you're searching. So if I choose New Haven, Connecticut, it'll find apartments within a 20-mile radius of New Haven, Connecticut. Choose if I want on-site laundry or laundry and stuff. Go ahead and search my apartments up, and then again get the same stuff, get to check out some things, and we can go from there. Pretty straightforward. Hotpads is something I used back in college, and this is a pretty solid site. Gives you lots of notifications, as do most of these sites if you sign up for their emails. And again, you just choose a place. Gives you the map like normal, gives you filter options, and it gives you stuff. It's a pretty basic site. Trulia is a popular site. This one has the option if you also want to buy a home or buy an apartment complex, hence why these are $192,000, my apologies, because if you're renting for that much, I mean, unless it's the entire house and you're in a mansion, I don't know why you're doing that. But you can choose rentals, and you can kind of see rentals around you and go from there. Zillow works the same way as Trulia. I'm guessing they're competitors, if not secretly the same corporation, just making it seem like they're competitors, because that's the thing that happens now, like the left Twix and right Twix. Zumper.com is a search engine as well. As you can see, they have some from apartment guides on their site, and so on and so forth. And it also gives you the rental trends. You can get a feel of how much something may or may not cost, so you can see for yourself whether or not A, prices are rising, or B, if you're being charged a quote-unquote fair price. And then lastly, I have Realtor.com, which again, just nothing really fancy. It's just the basic caterings of all these sites. So as you can see, there's many different sites. They all do roughly the same thing, maybe give or take one or two different features, but there's a lot of information out there. You can easily Google stuff, you can Bing it, you can Yahoo search it, or Ask Jeeves, which I think doesn't exist anymore, it's just ask.com. But there are different ways of searching for it. So you can either Google search this, Bing search this, Yahoo search this, Ask Jeeves search this, which I think is now ask.com search this. There are a multitude of ways in which to find these apartment living situations. And in next video, I will go over the different types of apartments, as we may or may not have seen in the filters, based on their property types, be it apartment, single family home, condo or townhome, renting a room, and other things of that nature, and the differences between those. And then in a future video, I'll go through the tips and tricks of renting before I culminate in a video of my rental process and questions you should ask. So I hope to catch you on the next one, and farewell. Alright, I have to do my intro. Greetings, humans and humanoids. Nailed it.